Hi, I'm the Irrelevant Critic, where I try my best to stay irrelevant, and Undertale recently had its 5th anniversary, and as a fan, I wonder what gave that away, I decided to do a video on it for quite a while. You know what that means, more scripts to juggle. Undertale was the best game to see people play. That's right, I said that. It has the most memorable characters and moments I still remember to this day. Along with that, its gameplay breaks a long-time formula of common RPGs and has a branching narrative that changes whether you kill an enemy or befriend it. But out of all of this, there's one thing, in my opinion, that the creator, Toby Fox, has perfected. Here's a question for you. When you think of build-up to a boss fight, what first pops up in your head? Is it all 3 fights against Virgil in Devil May Cry 3? Is it the battle against Great Tiger in Mike Tyson's Punch-Out? Or is it an Ubercharged Heavy approaching your point? Whatever the fight is, they all share a common formula to their build-up. Establish a character, or introduce a new gameplay mechanic. Virgil's build-up is to show a character so determined and desperate to become the strongest demon, while Great Tiger just reveals he can straight up teleport around the ring. They rarely become best of both worlds, and end up just revealing the new game mechanic mid-fight. Ahem. It is slightly disappointing how rare it is to come across the perfect build-up. Until I found videos on a green-haired Irishman playing a game where a flower attempts child murder at the very beginning. Anyways, there was a ton of good boss buildups. Undyne and her Undying mode were amazing. The Mad Dummies was great. Sansa admittedly has the best buildup in the game. But the one I want to talk about is on the pacifist run. Specifically, I want to talk about the King of the Underground, Asgore Dreamer. Throughout the whole game, it is made blatantly clear that monsters, most of the dog-like ones actually, are actively out for your soul by orders from the king so he can break the barrier between the surface and the underground. At the same time, you get more of the idea that all the monsters aren't bad people, they're just minding their own business or following orders. So when you finally meet the king, he's shown to just be watering flowers. Yellow flowers. Although the majority of monsters are casually doing some normal activity, it feels so odd considering this is the king that has been told to be the one to kill you, and the one you've been going after nearly the entire time. But once you see eye to eye, he's now prepared for you, but he still manages to act calm about this. He takes you to the barrier and wants to make sure if you, the player, and the character are ready. You can tell how much he doesn't want to do this, but you also know he's obligated to do this. Why I say this is the best build-up to a boss fight is because it has accomplished both goals I previously mentioned in such an emotional way. But you haven't even mentioned him introducing a new game mechanic. Well... Think about it. Almost every fight you have, you can always spare the enemy. Even in the genocide run, you could spare Sans if you didn't try to hit him in the first half of the fight. But now that your chances of sparing Asgore are gone, you have no choice but to fight him. You're now left with facing the true king everyone has been talking about, the collector of human souls, and the deadliest and strongest of monsters. But at the same time, there's a feeling of regret between both Asgore and the player. Regret of what they're about to do. And what emphasizes that regret is none other than what I believe to be Toby Fox's magnum opus, Bergen Trucking. Asgore if we're treating this song like two halves. Thanks a lot, Toby Fox. I don't think anything can top this build-up. Not even boss fights in the game itself could. Oh, okay, we're fine. Happy belated birthday, Undertale. I'm the Irrelevant Critic, and whatever I do in review is irrelevant.